My name is Claus Bunkenborg. I'm the head of channel management in Danske Bank. That means I'm responsible for all the things you as a customer can use to interact with the bank, the online channels, what you can do in the branches, and when you call us on the phone, for instance. Today I'm going to talk about mobile banking and what we do with the apps we have developed for our customers. And the background for this is that banking is no longer somewhere you go, but it is really something you do. So the traditional perception of the bank as a building has gone. Banking is now something you do everywhere. So I'll give you some of the background of this development. I'll show you some numbers and talk about why we have then developed the apps that we have done. If you look at the branch network, this is the numbers from our bank. Since 2000, the number of branches, the physical buildings where you can go and interact with the bank has been reduced to 64%. And on top of that, we actually only have tellers left in 55 of our branches. And this is not only in Danske Bank, this has happened in almost every major bank in the Nordic area. So significant reduction of the branch network. Customers are doing their banking business elsewhere. And if you look at the number of teller transactions, so how many customers have been to the teller and paid a bill or withdrawn some money, well, alone over the last 3 years, the number of transactions has been reduced with 70%. So a massive reduction in the number of transactions at the teller, a massive change in the behavior of our customers. And where have all these transactions gone? Well, they have gone online. They've actually been online for many years. But since we launched mobile banking in 2009, it has really taken off. And today we see that almost half of our monthly logons are done on the mobile phone, and another 6–7% are done on the tablet. So the traditional e-banking only represents half of all the logons. And as you can see, e-banking, the traditional online banking on the PC, is relatively stable, a small decline, but mobile banking and tablet banking has added a lot of interactions with our customers. So again, a massive change in the way customers interact with the bank. And the same trend has been seen in all other major banks throughout the Nordic countries. So we really have what we characterize as a new normal. If you look at how a customer uses the bank, well, the traditional meeting where you sit for an hour or two in the meeting room with your advisor, well, if you look across all our customers, that actually only happens once every 5th year. So actually very, very rare. Some customers do it more often than others, but it's very rare. Customers also call us. They call us about twice every year if you look across all customers. And if you look at those who use e-banking, they log on more than 60 times per year. But those who use mobile banking, they actually log on almost every second day. So we have really added a lot of new interactions with our customers due to the launch of mobile banking. So again, a massive change in the way our customers use the bank. So we, as banks, we have a challenge, not only to keep up with technological development and so on, but the challenge is that it's really banking that is essential and not banks as such. And for bankers, that is a bit scary. And Bill Gates identified this trend a couple of years ago. And also this author, Brad King, recently published a book called Bank 3.0, where he talks about that the value we offer as a bank is not in being a bank as such, but it is in the context around banking. It is how we deliver the services we offer as a bank. How do we bring that value to you? And that value is really in the new normal offered through mobile banking. We as a bank and other banks realized this several years ago, so we started to develop our mobile banking offers. And in doing so, we tried to challenge ourselves and say, okay, it's not really enough that we only have good, useful solutions that are relevant, reliable, functional. We've actually had that for many years in several banks, including Danske Bank, the old WAP solution. Not many customers used it because, yes, the functionality was there, but it wasn't really usable. So we tried to move up this value chain and add more simplicity, more convenience, more accessibility, and of course this has been largely helped by the introduction of the smartphones. And then on top of that, not only make it simple and convenient to use, but also make it enjoyable, engaging, aesthetic, really trying to use the features of the smartphone to make banking engaging and enjoyable. That has been somewhat of a challenge, and we, as well as other banks, have come quite far in this. Moving on, we've set up some criteria for our development. What should the customer experience be, no matter whether we talk the mobile phone or as here illustrated with the tablet. And we've set up 6 criteria that the customer experience must fulfill. It must be personalized. So when you, as a customer, log on, it should be different from what the other customer sees, because your needs, your wants are different. And it must be, you must be able to customize what you see. So here we've tried to use how you normally, for instance, work with your apps, and actually build that into our own app, so as you can work with these tiles and compose your own front page. Again, using the specific features of the smartphone and the tablet. Proactivity. Everywhere you go, when you use your mobile, you get push messages, you get information that is based on insight on who you are, where you are, and what you're doing right now. And banking apps must fulfill that same criteria. It must be hassle-free to interact, not all the various forms you need to fill in and many clicks, but it should be very easy to use and swipe and so on, and use the interface that we have on the smart devices. Presenting transparency, overviews of your finances, and empower you as a customer to deal with your finances. So what we're trying to do is, of course, to offer you as a customer a wide range of enjoyable features while maintaining simplicity. And as banks, we have the challenge that we have tons of functionality, tons of data that we can push to you. The challenge is really to make it simple and easy to use. We tried that, and other banks have done as well, to build some interfaces that really are simple, give you the simple overview, but also are enjoyable to use, whether it's finding an ATM, whether it's calculating your currency, getting an overview of your accounts, and so on. Another challenge that we dealt with is building this consistency across the form factors. So no matter whether it's the tablet or it's the various screen sizes of the phones, that we really try to adapt to the format and of course use the possibilities, but at the same time create consistency across the devices and the platforms, because our users are using all the platforms, so it needs to be consistent. Furthermore, we've worked quite a lot with developing personal financial management tools, not only on the PC but also here on the tablet and on the mobile, because as a mobile user you have more and more requirements to get not only good overviews and easy tools to work with, but also that they are real time, that they reflect what you're doing here and now and have done recently. And with the spending overview, for instance, we really try to build into the apps an overview of what you have done right now or in the past, and illustrate that with use of graphics with the simple overviews, because as a mobile user you will expect that. Then there's some more basic issues that we have tried to deal with. We need to be present on all the relevant platforms, whether it's the iPad, it's the Windows Phone, Android, iOS, and so forth. It's a major challenge for banks to keep up, and I guess for all other companies, to keep up with the needs from users of these various devices, because the technical requirements are different, so it's quite costly to do this, but we need to be present where our customers are. And then finally, we of course also have tried to utilize the specific features of the phone, such as the camera. Here in this example, added a feature so you can easily pay a bill by taking a photograph of the code, and thereby, not forcing you as a customer to enter all the digits, because that's not very convenient on the phone, but really making sure that we use all the features you have on the phone to make it, again, as easy as possible to deal with the bank, in this case, and to pay your bills. In the process of developing our apps, we have been quite focused on also on doing co-creation. So we've done a lot of involvement with our customers and non-customers for that matter through social media, through Facebook, with asking customers, what would you like to see in the next release? Here are several options. Which one would you give the most votes? What is most needed? Here are 2 different ways that you in the future could pay a bill or do something else. Which one do you like the most? And so on. And through this interaction, we've not only gotten a number of very good ideas, but we've also gotten access to a wide network of professional developers and regular customers who have given out a lot of insights that we couldn't have gathered through our normal processes. So this way of interacting with our customers has been really, really helpful in designing the solutions and making sure that they become as customer-friendly as possible. And from a development point of view, it has also given our developers access to customers who they, in their daily lives as developers, not meet so often. So this has been also a very key feature in the development of our mobile apps. The most recent development area for us in Danske Bank and for many other banks is mobile payment. It is the new battlefield in mobile banking, so to speak. One area is what we call peer-to-peer, where an app has just been launched where you can very easily send and receive money using the phone number of the person you want to send the money to. So this is also what is called, or this also includes what we call a mobile wallet, and is by many analysts considered to be sort of the new area for mobile banking, not only person to person, but also at the point of sale, where the mobile is a new replacement for the credit card, the debit card. So quite a new area and many things going on here, and we've only just seen the first solutions in that space. So what's next? Well, as a bank, and many other banks want to do this as well, we want to build a complete mobile bank, because more and more of our customers, they actually ask for, why do I still need to go to the old, use my PC and log on to e-banking to do this and this task that is not yet possible to do in e-banking. So many banks are right now trying to put more and more features into their mobile bank solutions to make them more complete, and then so they can be the only way you interact with the bank. In order to do so, we need to put in more tools, but there's also a big challenge here, because how much complexity can one app contain? So there's also a trend that there will be more and more need-specific apps. It could be an app for your car loan, an app for this or for that a particular purpose, not only in banking, also elsewhere, but in banks there's a risk that we put too much complexity into one app, so we're very keen on this issue. We and the other banks have launched a lot of solutions for our customers, and one other big new wave here is apps for our advisors. So not only providing our customers with apps they can use, but also the advisors in their daily work and when they meet with the customers, because customers come with the experience from the apps they have used at home and want to use them in a dialogue with the advisor during the meeting. And then finally, as I mentioned, mobile payments is really an area where a lot of new development is happening within banking. So that was a quick overview of what is going on in banking, the changes in the way customers use bank, and what we have done in mobile banking in order to meet the requirements from our customers. Thank you very much for listening in to my presentation. Thank you.